everybody. Alright, okay, chat's ready to go. Turning to East Pool. Right, you don't have to interact manually with items, you just pick them up by going close to them, that's right. Been a little bit. And I've been missing it. I've been wanting to come back.
Torgal, what is it?
Hey, Angel.
Wager. Come on.
Anything around here? Anything at all? It seems not. Wait.
What's this? Another relic of the Fallen.
An input, Jill? Possibly something for, like, late game. End game. Post game, even. Oh dear, bad things.
What happened here?
Oh, hon, could you bring me my drink?
Imperials. You'll pay for this.
Ah, we've got a live one.
What are you doing here? Answer me! Over here.
Thank you.
You know what to do, boy.
Remember our orders? No survivors.
Who would order such a thing?
It's over.
Oh shit.
Sick of Torgal. Get him, boy. Stay down. Sick of Torgal. You know what to do, boy. Sick of Torgal. Get him. Get him, boy. It's over.
I don't know how long it takes to build up that limit gauge. We only just got it, and I think that's the first time I've used it outside of the
You could
scripted.
escape us, did you,
Yes.
Brandit? You were born a slave, and you'll die one.
Seems like it builds reasonably quick.
Get him.
Kill all the ducal dogs.
Juco dogs. They were innocent people. Stay down.
I'm sure it taught me something about breaking guards. Charge spells.
Sick of Torgal.
Yeah. Charge spells are an option. we go. Still more coming though.
Toggle! That'll help. Over here.
Ow.
There, boy!
That's enough.
Put them all to the sword! There or no! There, boy!
Oh shit! Way more! Way more! Oh jeez, okay. High potion.
Get him, boy!
Owie.
Sick of Toggle.
Get him, boy! Get him!
There we go.
All must burn! The bearers and those who sheltered them. By Empress
All right.
Annabella's command!
Big dude. Kinda scary.
My mother.
And he has allies. Ow.
I know. It could wait.
There, boy!
Ow.
Sick of Toggle. Keep your distance, boy. You know what to do, boy.
There, boy!
Big damage, at least. 12,000.
Boy. Too slow. Better already.
Get him, boy!
You know what to do, boy.
Get him, boy! There, boy! Give them all you've got, boy!
Sick of Toggle.
Damn.
This time.
Get him!
Got him. Okay. My ring light's off. There we go.
I'm sorry, Lady Hannah.
Oh man.
You deserved so much better. All of these people did. Better than my mother.
We're too late. Gav. Clive.
Acting on the orders of the Duchess, eh? We knew East Pool was harbouring bearers. Thought they were safe enough hidden up here, but someone must have let slip. If they'd have only come to us sooner, none of this would have had to happen. Fuck!
My mother always did despise bearers. The way Father embraced them when the other nations spat on them as slaves. The way an accident of birth gave them a power that others lacked.
But why kill everyone? They meant no harm. They just wanted to be free.
This world judges that a crime punishable by death. Which is why we're going to change it. Gav, we want to help.
It is awful.
You've got your own stuff to be getting on with.
We do. But it can wait.
In that case, we should head back and tell Sid you've had a change of heart. He was always on it yet to join us.
All right.
And we'd best be quick. Last I heard, he was planning another excursion.
What about the villagers?
Aye. Can I leave yous lot to take care of things here?
Of course. We'll make sure they get a proper burial.
Thank you. All of you.
When you're ready, then.
Now, rats, lead me to your nest. Lord Kupka has a message for your leader. If only he knew where to send it.
Someone change? No, I don't think so. Okay. Right, one destination allowed, that's back to the hideaway. Let's go.
To Sid Solar, then. We have a lot to discuss.
Excuse me.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Right, I think these are locked. Yeah. Not allowed to do those until I go and talk to Sid, I think.
You young had so many uses.
Clive, was it?
Don't mind me. Just taking a quick...
low on gigantode oil and curial greens. Should I put an order in with Lady Karen?
So that's pronounced gigantode. I always thought it was gigantode.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant, Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that.
Mm-hmm.
It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that
Character growth.
I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
Hey, don't forget the wind I have now.
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital and pay a visit to Mother.
Mother? My mother? She's kind of a rotten bitch. Just saying. What a castle. I can tell that was designed by an architect.
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, you'll be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Your Radiance?
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
Is this Bahamut?
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the Blight.
Oh yeah, Oriflamme, I remember that being mentioned. I was like, hey, that sounds like a medication for, like, oral, ulcers and shit. Oral inflammation. Council of Elders, advisors to the Holy Emperor of Sanbreque, and the highest body of government in the Empire. The council consists of 5 cardinals of the Gregorian Church, who are intended to rule in the emperor's stead. The emperor, meanwhile, is expected to serve as a constitutional monarch, but there is little to prevent one who wishes to impose their will upon the council from playing a more autocratic role. The capital of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, located in northeastern Stormont, a peninsula that dominates Otherfest Bay and is home to the mother crystal known as Drake's Head. All the Empire's major institutions are located here, including White Worm Castle, seat of the Holy Emperor and meeting place of the Cardinals. Sylvester Lesage, Emperor of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, who won his throne at least partly by virtue of his son Dion having awakened as the dominant of Bahamut. Okay. Oh my. A tiny independent state straddling the continents of Storm and Ash, its capital Twinside is built on the tiny isles of Ark, from which its mother crystal, Drake's Tail, rises. The lack of a dominant has seen the Dominion become the subject of constant maneuvering over the years, both political and military. And it was only through the recent convening of a Council of All Nations that a non-aggression treaty towards the neutral body was forged, and a tenuous stability among centuries-old rivals achieved. Holy Empire of Sanbreque, a nation occupying the northeastern reaches of the continent of Storm, with this great city of Oriflamme as its capital. Political power in the Empire technically resides with the 5 cardinals, but even they are bound to the whims of the Holy Emperor in those matters of state which he takes interest. In the year 860, at Emperor Sylvester's behest, the cardinals agreed upon a plan to liberate Rosaria from the marauding forces of the Iron Kingdom. Ah, great, glad to hear it, thank you. Hell yes, okay, that's as good as we can get. Hey, Tink, how are ya? Marauding forces of the Iron Kingdom, after which the duchy had little choice but to bend the knee and become an imperial province.
How, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your mind...
Actually, I remember the Deadlands. They're like barren waste bereft of ether, where no life stirs and magic is all but unusable. Here, both earth and water are staying black, preventing any seed from quickening. In recent years, the blight has spread ever more widely. Displacing whole nations before it, driving once peaceable fauna to violent desperation and leaving silent devastation in its wake. Oh, okay.
Such as these.
Well, that's kind of a pain,
we
isn't it?
Horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I mean.
Oh, yeah, hon, have you checked if we need an address that's, like, based in Wellington or whatever?
This is the will of great Grieger.
Because... No, we don't, or no, you haven't checked.
We must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost? And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not.
Okay, please check.
You all have much to do.
Because we might need to have it sent to Sam and then have him forward them to us. which adds more time onto how long it takes for us to get them.
Where is my son?
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Author. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
I've dropped some
As you
frames today.
command.
That doesn't happen every time.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the mother crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all
Haven't
gone?
yet,
I
really.
spent years searching for an answer, until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing. Alright, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
Mother crystals, right?
That's easy. They're mine from the mother crystals.
Okay.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the mother crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
Yeah.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size.
Yeah, that's what I
where
was...
it's all going, mind. Well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the mother crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens.
But what if they're not?
For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
The higher-ups, the gods themselves.
So now you want to do something about the crystals? And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate.
We haven't really decided on the whole jacket situation yet.
And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose.
I'm a little focused on the story right now because this is important
So,
stuff going on right now.
If we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one, what say you? Are you with me?
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye. But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
So we're overthrowing gods? Cool. I'm well practiced at that.
What have I got myself into? I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
Yep, speaking of potions, let's go ahead and restock.
Don't mind me. Just take it.
Alright, well, Karen is the next destination.
never this late.
Yeah, if only I could hold more than a few.
Where are you, Randall?
Is everything all right?
Forgive me, young man. I was in a world of my own. I'm worried about my friend, you see. He left some time ago and hasn't returned. You know what it's like out there for a bearer on his own.
Why leave the safety of the hideaway?
For coin. Sad though it is, our need outweighs the risk. The hideaway can't survive on goodwill alone. And though Karen does what she can, her coffers aren't bottomless. Wait, you were a soldier, were you not? In the Imperial Army?
I was.
Then I ask a favour of you. I'm too old to be traipsing hither and yon. Will you go and find him for me?
Yeah, sure. You're not going to pay me a gil, but that makes sense.
Oh, thank you.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Randall, and I suspect you'll find him in Lostwing. He's been working for Quinton, the tavern keeper. He'll know something, I'm sure.
I'll speak to him.
Safe travels, my friend. And thank you again.
Alright. Two more quests to accept here.
Clyde, was it?
Wanted to send a message.
What happened? Is everything all right? No.
You! Newcomer! I need help.
What's the matter?
It's my assistant. She left to gather soil, and I've seen nothing of her since. I cannot concentrate one whit for fear of what might have happened. Please, I beg of you, will you go and check? I have to know.
Alright.
Alright, I'll go.
Where is
Marvelous. Thank you. You'll be rewarded for your time, of course.
I should hope so.
Whereabouts is she?
Gotan's Bales. It's on the outskirts of Lostwing.
Okay.
Not the safest place for an unaccompanied bearer, perhaps, but the soil there is second to none. Now go, and do not linger. Why, it may already be too late.
Well, both of these quests are in the same basic location. Another one has become available.
You've lost a letter. Nothing too important.
Wouldn't it be nice if it's in the same place?
Oh, just a letter.
Oh, he's tried to
Lost
remove his
everything.
brand.
There's a hole in my damn pack, and fool that I am, I didn't bloody notice.
It can't be that bad, surely.
How could it be any worse? I'm a courier. I carry things. If I can't do my job right, then what am I good for?
I mean, he's got a
Nothing,
point.
that's what. I buggered it right up. That means no herbs for the infirmary, and no fresh meat for our cooking pots. Worst of all, that letter I lost, it was for Sid. A letter he's been waiting on for days.
Maybe if you retrace your steps.
I'd scour Storm from coast to coast if I could, but there are curse breakers in the field, counting on my arrival. No, I'll just have to own up to Otto and Sid. They're gonna skin me alive.
Fine. Tell me where to look.
Are you serious? Thank you.
It sounds like the hideaway could use those supplies. So, where should I start?
Gotan's Bales, perhaps?
Yes!
I took a tumble in the bushes when I was passing through. There's a chance
Another one
my
in the
pack
same
might have
area.
Caught on something. If you can find everything I dropped, you'll be doing us all a favor. And if you can find Sid's letter, you'll be saving my life.
If it's there, I'll find it.
Wonderful. Now, I have to run if I'm to make my next delivery in time. I trust you can find your way to Gotan's Bales. Oh, and hurry, will you? Sid doesn't like to be kept waiting.
I'm sure he doesn't.
So far, all three quests are in the same basic area. Now there's one more.
Unless
And
it
there's
won't
another
last
one
very long
become
out in the
available.
elements. I should make for Sunbreak as soon as I can.
There's a commotion in the main hall.
Clive, was it?
I need to get myself some Head and Shoulders
I
shampoo
trust you're
because
settling
apparently
in.
being bald doesn't
Actually
stop
getting
getting
used to the
dandruff.
place.
I'm glad to hear it. I was hoping you might be persuaded to come to my aid once more. Your services will be rewarded, of course.
I should
I
hope
don't
so.
doubt it. Seems to be the way around here.
We strive to be better than those we once served. Now, as to the task itself, I am once again in need of a pair of hands to deliver sustenance to our esteemed companions. I have 3 meals for 3 industrious souls. What say you?
Okay, so I'm just being waiter again?
Be happy
Sure.
to help.
Marvelous. The 3 individuals you'll be seeking out are busying themselves about the hideaway. You'll find one by the entrance, another in the bunks, and the other guarding the cells. Thank you once again, Clive.
Alright, and this one is right here, so I'll prioritize it. Hello, miss. Got a meal for you.
Ooh, something smells good. For me, I hope.
It is. Courtesy of Kenneth.
Alright. There you go.
Oh, my thanks. These birds are needy creatures. They don't like me running after the fat chocobo behind their backs.
They must keep you busy.
Ah, there's never a moment's rest. Probably for the best I eat at the staples as I do. I'd only put people off their food. And who has time to wash and dress for dinner when they've got little darlings like these to wait upon, eh? Anyway, thanks for the food, and be sure to give Kenneth my regards.
I mean, it looks overcast, but, like, not bad.
Back so soon? Fancied another kip in the cells, did you?
Kenneth sent me. He thought you might be hungry.
Give him the hearty meal.
He wasn't wrong.
Lovely.
The way my gut's been growling, I'd have curls running scared.
Guard duty down here can't be much fun.
It's not. But sometimes folk need locking up, and someone has to watch over them. I help people sleep at night, and that's not a boast many can make. You keep yourself on the right side of these bars now, you hear me?
Alright. Yeah, sounds like it.
Kenneth sent me.
There we go. All the meals handed over. Now I've just got to go back and get my reward.
You hear that? Our food has arrived. Does your appetite still elude you?
Is he sick?
I'm afraid so. Those no longer in need of a Physica's immediate ministrations are sent here for further rest. I tend to those who cannot tend to themselves, which leaves me very little time for anything else. Happily, Kenneth sees that I stay fed. I would be lost without the kindness of good people like him and yourself. Thank you.
Have fun with that.
I think that's everyone.
Do what you gotta.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier. Clive, was
Do you
it?
need any help?
Give me my reward.
Ah, you're back. All done? Wonderful. Here, your reward, as promised.
The hideaway is quite something. Everyone has their place.
A fact we are proud of, believe me. I'm glad you've witnessed it for yourself. You have your place too, of course, as you have just so capably proven, and you will always have a place with us, should you desire it.
It's kind of you to say so.
It is the truth, and not a soul among us would deny it.
Yeah.
I look forward to all that you will bring to our...
And you can't really keep it in the house. Gilbug. Can be sold for Gil. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. Alright. Now to go out and go to this Lost Wing in Galton Vale. Wait. Orabelle Downs. Yep, let's go here first.
The courier said his pack might have split while he was passing through the bales. I better keep my eyes open. Good.
Calm
Someone's
yourself.
in trouble.
More of them, okay. Cook them all.
You know what to do, boy.
Ready to take some more if you guys need. Oh, yeah, okay.
Are you hurt?
It would have been worse if you hadn't come along. Wait, I've seen you around the hideaway. You're new, aren't you?
I'm Clive.
And I'm Martel. But what are you doing here?
Looking for you. This is no place for a bearer on her own.
I noticed that. But this soil's not going to collect itself.
Then what if I gathered it for you? You could head back to the hideaway. Just exactly what sort of dirt is it that you need?
What I need is soil. But I'd be a fool to refuse your help after what just happened. It's the good stuff you're looking for. Dark, rich, fragrant. You'll know it when you find it.
Fragrant is not a term I usually think of when
fragrant.
Thinking of soil, but...
Right. Well, you should hurry back. Bohemil seemed worried enough that he might come looking for you himself.
That seems unlikely, but I won't argue with you. Thanks.
Soil, then. There's certainly enough of it here. But is it dark, rich, and fragrant?
bits of soil, I guess. One more over there. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it?
That should be enough. I better get it back to the hideaway.
More.
More of the lost supplies. I doubt he could have fit much more in his pack. Still no sign of Sid's letter, though.
Alright.
Come this far. Might as well ask around.
What have you got to say?
A little overdressed to be picking grapes, aren't you?
Yeah, 6'2", 187 centimeters.
I'm
If
looking
you
for a letter
prefer.
someone dropped nearby, and I suppose you've seen it.
Can't say I have, sorry.
Well, if you do,
Wait, I did pass a dog with something in its mouth a little while back. Could have been a piece of paper. No idea if it was your letter, but you never know.
which way did it go?
Towards Lost Wing? Seemed well looked after to me. Dare say someone there's been feeding it.
To the village, then. Thank you.
You're going to want to do all the side missions before progressing. Okay, well, that was the plan, but good to know that that's important. I'm guessing at some point I get locked out of them. Maybe some point quite soon.
It's looking to be a fine hunt.
Back, are ya? Did Master Quinn give you some?
The shad's all salted and smoked.
A whole day on the line and they've still got dry.
Dog's doing some light reading.
It seems we have our culprit. Sorry, boy. Someone's waiting for this. And he's waited long enough already. Hopefully this will keep our career out of trouble.
What will we do for supper?
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off?
Ah, if it isn't Sid's young protege. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm looking for a bearer called Randall. I hear he's been coming to you for work. He was expected back at the hideaway some time ago. A friend of his asked me to check on him.
Randall, you say? The porter? Yes, I know him. And I can't say I'm surprised if he has been delayed. I gave him enough to do. Though, thinking about it, he should probably have been back by now.
I'll go and look for him. Where was he headed?
He was to meet an associate of mine to the south of here, on Lorbert's Pass.
Okay.
I do hope nothing's happened to him. Be sure to let me know, Clive.
Oh, excuse me. More parts for R2-D2, of course. It's about a 15-hour print. Good, going the right way.
I heard from a couple of the bearers what you did to them royalists over at the care. Glad you're on our side.
Gimme. 2 gil. Basically nothing. Hello there. There, finally.
You all right? The hanged man. Thank the gods. You're one of us. We were attacked. Beastmen on the road. Randall knew he didn't play the hero, but the sod insisted on drawing him off.
Where did this happen?
Further down the road. In the clearing. Please. You have to see that he's safe.
I'll do what I can. You go back to Lost Wing and tell Quentin what happened.
Can I say, don't leave the jacket thing too long. They won't last, especially if it's cold. Just a few cold days. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you on that. It's totally valid. Slay the beastmen. Goblins? I mean, alright.
Why am I not surprised?
Get him, boy! Get him! Sick of Toggle! Stay down!
Ow.
Over here. Get him! You know what to do, boy.
Oops, I didn't really mean to use that one. Ow. Fuck.
Sick of
oh, come on.
I'll be fine now.
There, boy! Get him, boy! Don't let them get away! You know what to do, boy! Get him!
Toggle is fantastic. Such a good boy.
Too slow. Can't take much more of it. There, boy. Get him, boy. Come on. There, boy.
Fuck! Alright. Fucking hell. No, I'm not given any potions.
Goblins. Why am I not surprised? Over here. There, boy! Sick of Torgal. You know what to do, boy. There, boy! Sick of Torgal. Too slow. Get up. Sick of Torgal. There, boy. Not this time. There, boy. Get him, boy.
Ow.
Sick of Torgal. You know what to do, boy. There, boy. Sick of Torgal. Get him. There, boy. Sick of Torgal. Get him. Sick of Torgal.
Got him! Oh, Tink was saying about the jackets that Kmart's selling. We've just got to order them online because they don't have any stock locally. Still Flames Rebirth. Let's see how much it heals me. Nothing if I don't damage an enemy. Okay, that's... alright, so it seems to be based on damage done to enemies. Interesting.
Sorry, Randall. Looks like I was too late. He doesn't deserve to rot by the roadside. I'll speak to Quentin.
How big is this area? Not a whole lot bigger, but progress in this quest is the rest is this way. Let me forward those to Angel real quick. There we go. And this one there. Downstairs. Alright.
Sun's setting fast.
Ah, there you are. My man told me what happened. And? I can't help but notice you're alone. Damn it. I feared as much.
He's not far from the south gate. I trust you'll do right by him.
Of course. I'll send someone right away. I knew he was brave, though I didn't know he was reckless. Poor fool.
And you've known him long?
A while. I liked the fact that he didn't shy away from dangerous work, and he liked what I paid.
Because it helped keep the hideaway afloat.
I'll tell Sid what happened here. I expect he'll be none too pleased to learn of Randall's fate. And I suppose you're none too happy either. For your trouble.
Alright. It's another mission down.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing
But what'll we do for supper?
Using a wind crystal here to dry out the washing.
A whole day on the
That's
line
cool.
and they're still not dry.
Oh, I already sent them to her. Okay, open world map, that's how I do it, okay. Travel to Martha's Rest, because we have a another quest here. Yes. So lucky. Here we go.
I have to find him. Can't talk now, Oh, you're Clive, aren't you? Martha told me all about you. Word is you're a devil with that blade.
You look like you're in a hurry. Where are you going?
Not far, I hope. But I dare not waste a moment. It might cost a man his life.
Sounds serious. What happened?
Not so much what happened as what might. They've discovered he's a bearer, see? And now, one of his erstwhile friends and neighbors wants to see him clapped in chains.
Where is this bearer?
He wasn't fool enough to wait for the Imperials to arrive. Poor sod took to the road, left his whole life behind. But they'll be after him before long. I need to find him and get him to safety, fast. Here. If you've the time and the inclination,
Ah,
give it
okay.
a hand. Will you help me find him?
Sure.
Of course. We bearers have to look out for each other.
Thank you, Clive. With your help, we might catch up with him yet. His name's Norris. We need to find him and get him to Martha before the Imperials sniff him out.
You found him yet? You won't catch a bastard standing around clucking like old hens. That fucking snake played me false, acted like he was one of us, and the whole time he was one of them. We need him caught and handed over to the Imperials. Hanging's too good for him. Well, go on then. If he gets away, I'll see you fitted for a noose.
All right, Ronald. We were just leaving. Look, this one's here to help. I was just filling him in.
Ha! Send a bearer to catch a bearer, is it? Not bloody likely. That's... I'll find the bastard myself.
Come on now, Ron. It's dangerous out there. We wouldn't want you to come to any harm.
You want something done right, you don't send a bearer.
Clive, this might take a while. You start hunting our man, and I'll be along once I put Ronald's mind at ease. Someone said they saw Norris heading for the Fallen Gate. Maybe you could ask if anyone over that way knows anything. We have to find him. Don't let him slip through our grasp.
I better find this
webcam
Norris before
tripod was
Ronald
a
takes
little bit
matters into his own
precarious just then.
hands. Bearers are hardly difficult to spot. What did he mean about being played false, I
It was
wonder?
safe and wouldn't fall over. The title of this quest might be a slight spoiler for its plot. False friends? This guy might not be such a good dude.
You don't know a man called Norris, do you?
I do, as it happens. He ran off that way not too long back. Looked like he was in a right old hurry. And he had a lantern with him for some reason. Never known him to stay out after dark.
He was making for the marshes then. All right. Thank you.
Alright. Okay, can't shortcut down. That's unfortunate. Ah, yeah, this town. I kind of remember it now. Alright, there are some enemies over here.
Get him! Sick of Toggle! Get him! Stay down! Get him!
Oh, okay.
Careful.
Sick of Torgal. Get him, boy. It's over.
Right.
You can't have got far. I better keep my eyes peeled.
There's something.
A lantern. The one Norris was carrying, no doubt. At least I know which way he went.
Toward this shack?
Someone made sure work of them. I wonder if that someone was Norris. That's better.
Seems it
Norris,
is.
I presume.
Leave me be.
You were never branded. So that's how you stayed hidden.
Ronald sent you after me, did he? Set an Imperial dog on his best friend. And when we were so close. I'll never forget the hatred in his eyes. But it doesn't matter now. I will not become a slave. As one bearer to another, please. Don't do this. You know how they treat our kind.
Ronald didn't send me. One of Martha's men did. He wanted to make sure you were safe.
I don't understand.
Martha takes in bearers. She's a friend. You can trust her. Believe me.
I never knew. I can't say I'm surprised, though. She has a kind heart. Kinder than most.
Just wait here and stay out of sight. You'll be among friends soon enough.
Thank you. There's few would have been so kind. And... sorry. You're no Imperial dog. Far from it.
I've been called worse. Oh. I found a lantern back there. I assume it's yours.
Thanks. I dropped it when those creatures attacked me. But... if I'm honest, I wasn't all that sorry to be rid of it. Ron gave it to me.
All right. I'll keep hold of it. I might be able to use it to put an end to the Imperial surge before it begins. A bearer without a brand. To have lived free for so many years. Only to be betrayed by a friend.
Okay, so it wasn't the bearer that was the false friend. It's kind of pleasing to see. But, again, you know, just such cruelty. Such hatred towards people born into a situation. The allegory for racism is not exactly subtle. That doesn't mean it's bad.
I'll be fucked if I'm leaving this.
There you are, Clive. How goes the search?
Well branded. Have you found the bastard yet?
Only what was left of him. A corpse, torn apart by monsters. And this.
Let me see that. No. It can't be.
Shall we consider that the end of the matter then? Or do you need to see a body?
No. I mean, I've no use for bearer bones. He's dead. Let that be an end to it. Only wish those whose job it was had done what they were supposed to do and spotted him sooner. Letting a bearer go about without a brand? It's not right, I tell you. Who'll want anything to do with me now, eh? There goes the bearer lover, they'll say. I'll be a laughing stock.
It's rather...
Is it true, Clive?
Rather similar to,
Is Norris really...
He's alive. You'll find him in a hut in the marshes. He's expecting you.
Oh, you crafty.
It's rather similar to Auschwitz.
You did the
is
right
what I'm
thing.
trying to say.
Thank you. It's not much considering, but please, take this.
People born into a specific situation, branded, beaten, tortured, killed, just for who they are. It's, thus far, probably nowhere near as extreme as Auschwitz was, but,
Could make a fortune selling
you know, there are parallels to be drawn.
What are you after?
Lionheart tonic. Oh, okay.
There you go. Thanks very much. Take care out there, eh?
Alright. I think now... Whoops. It is actually time to return. So these must be the, yeah, these are the mother crystals. One... Fuck is that? 2, 3, 4. 4 mother crystals. Each of them more or less in a cardinal direction. What is this? I guess we'll get there eventually, but...
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Alright. We have quests to turn in.
What happened? Is everything all right?
And? All safe and sound?
Oh, yes, she's standing right there.
Not the girl. The soil.
Oh.
Did you bring it?
Jeez.
Yes. Here.
There you go.
Glorious! When Martel came home empty-handed, I almost had a fit. But with this, my research can continue. First and foremost come the measurements. I must know how much ether each sample contains. From there...
Wait, so you were never...
Worried about me? Sorry to disappoint you, but the only thing he worries about is his research.
Lovely.
That's all right. It's just how he is. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be growing anything in these ruins. It's a small price to pay. Although, you shouldn't have to pay it too. Did he even offer you anything for helping? Ugh. Here. I know it's not much, but it's something, at least.
What's she giving me?
I wish I could offer you some fruit too, but you're not likely to thank me if I do. Still, we'll grow something worth eating one of these days, and when we do, you'll have first pick.
Why wouldn't I thank her for the fruit? Okay, so some crafting materials. It's welcome.
Now, my research can continue apace, and when my fertilizer is complete, the furrow will be...
Maybe I should just... Oh, there you are. I just got back to the hideaway, and thankfully Otto hasn't seen me yet.
Huh?
I don't suppose you,
Found the things you dropped. I did.
I was so sure they'd be gone. And the letter?
Only a little worse for wear.
No more skulking about in the shadows for me, then. And all thanks to you. Losing those supplies was one thing, but if Sid had found out about that letter...
Is it about Cursebreaker business?
If only. It's from his daughter. She's off studying in Canver, and her letters are all that keeps Sid sane while she's away.
You never mentioned a daughter.
Well, he's a busy man. And thanks to you, he won't be wasting his time smiting careless couriers with levin bolts. So you did us both a service. Here, for your troubles. If there's anything you're wanting from Sid, today's the day. He'll be sweet as honey once he gets his hands on this.
Weirite and sharp fangs. Not the most exciting stuff in the world. Alright. Let's go to the smith. See if I can upgrade stuff. Where is he? There he is.
I see I'm busy here. What's saying for you, dear?
Shit, that's good. Reinforce.
And? Well?
Give me that flame tongue, thanks.
Should last you a good while. Anything else?
Just to double check, I think I may have already done this.
I'm busy here. So, will it be?
Yeah, okay, so it just can't be reinforced. But it's a bit of extra damage. Alright, Karen, what you got to say?
So what God's forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The Holy Capital. And what business would you lot having... On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
Alright. Actually, let's look at stuff to sell. Yeah, sure.
Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, summat foul's brewing, and a Tintyre's borbile tea. Oh, just go and see Otto, will ya?
All right.
Clive, was it?
Take a seat, Clive.
So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
This?
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send a Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming.
Stolas?
We go way back. And she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but who is this Dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman? Right.
Don't go blinding her with your child now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
Who's this dude? Alliant reports. Alliant reports are now available for viewing by speaking to Gott at the Alliant report counter in the Hideaway's mess. These reports, compiled by the Cursebreakers, contain information on quests currently available across Valisthea.
I suppose that's everything. Now to find Gav.
Lanklocked?
Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you? Goat at your service. Well,
Goat.
The Hideaway service anyway. Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the Cursebreakers. Or any other willing volunteers. And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Or maybe I don't have to. I'll warrant a strapping lad like you's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway, if you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word. Reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own reward. But if that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all.
Alright, let's have a look at these reports. Not only find new quests around Valisthea, but also travel immediately to the obelisk waypoint nearest their location. Okay. Great! This is pretty handy.
Ah, you're Sid's man, if I'm not mistaken. Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
That depends. What do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quinton a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them. Man must have been a bloody tyrant. Can't get a peep out of them, try as I might.
They're probably terrified of you.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up. So, will you have a word with them? Help them settle in?
Okay.
I can try.
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather, looks like.
Alright.
So you're the new arrivals. Is there anything I can get you? You're safe here. They don't punish people like us for speaking our minds.
Truly. I'm hungry. My sister too, we're starving.
Wait here. I'll fetch you something from the tavern.
Thank you.
I won't be long. You stay here and rest.
Alright, getting a meal. There's also another quest giver over here.
But how did the grocer know his dog?
Can I have
I'll have 2 plates of whatever you're serving.
Sorry.
Alright,
We've enough mouths of our own to feed without tending to the wants of outsiders.
It's not for me. It's for some new arrivals.
Oh, my apologies.
Hey, great.
I didn't see the mark. So you're a comrade. Well, in that case, you may have whatever you require. Take all the bread and wine you want.
That's really all it takes.
There's a new version of Pokemon Infinite Fusion out.
Of course it is. I do as Master Quinton commands, as do we all. And
Still
Master
only goes
Quinton
up to the
commands
8th
none of his
gem
favoured
for the
guests
story.
be left wanting. Well, don't keep our new comrades waiting. Take what you need and see that they eat their fill.
At least I think that's new.
Bread and wine. Hopefully this will be enough.
Don't tell me. Turnips for supper.
Brother, did you see?
Yeah. Bread and wine from the tavern.
Let me just, one moment. Make sure. Alright, I'm back. Bad update is installing.
May we? Truly?
Enjoy it, dude and dudette.
Such plenty. Never in all my days.
Brother, this place is like a dream. We sat and no one shouted. We ate and more was offered.
I know. I can't believe it.
You're free now. And the next time you're hungry, you need only ask to be fed.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Gilbog, okay, cool.
What happens to us now?
Don't tell me. Turnips for supper. But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing?
Alright. This is Faithful Scout. I really want to learn more about Gav, because I get the feeling he's going to be connected to Fenris somehow. The mysteries of vinification. While some winemakers will remove the skins of the grape after pressing, leaving both skin and seeds in the juice to commingle, creates a must that is better suited for extended aging, ultimately resulting in a more refined wine. Then, once the wine calms and settles sufficiently, the skins are removed and the must is then transferred to wooden barrels of oak or chestnut, which, by allowing air to leach into the wine, impart deepened levels of complexity, introducing rich aromas and improving texture, all while lessening bitterness.
Master Quinton will never forgive me if I don't save that crop. I want no trouble. Wait, that's... Oh, glory to Grieger. You were the hanged man. I took you for a rogue. If you're a friend of Master Quinton's, then perhaps you'll help me. His vineyard...
Hanged man, is that the tattoo?
Lostwing's pride and joy has been beset by a plague of giant wasps.
And you need someone to solve your pest problem.
I do indeed. I've never seen them so far from the forest, nor so mean, for that matter. I suppose the smell's got them worked up. And little wonder. This'll be the finest crop we've ever known if the fiends don't eat it first. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't flee from the likes of me. And if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, Master Quinton will have my guts for garters. You look like you can handle that blade of yours. Will you put it to use for a comrade in need? Please. Rid us of these wasps so I can be about my business.
Exterminating some wasps doesn't sound too hard.
All right. I'll see to it.
Oh, thank you. You'll find them over at Gotan's Bales on the edge of town. And hurry, Lostwing needs those grapes.
The vineyard, then. There's another quest to accept over here.
I've seen your face before. You're a friend of Martha's. Help us, I beg you.
Help you with what?
Bandits in the Golden Stables. They're waving their swords around. I think they're gonna kill someone. When I saw what was happening, I slipped out the back. I should have stayed, but... Oh, please help them.
All right. I'll see to your problem.
Thank you.
How many were there?
I was out of the door too fast to count. They looked a nasty bunch, though. Be careful in there, all right?
All right. Slay the bandits.
Ha! Golden Stables, my ass. All Martha's hiding.
All right, there's nozzles.
Coppers. Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy though, I expect. What say we relieve you of it?
First time using this sword, I think, since I bought it.
Get him, lads.
You guys
I
should
want that
feel
blade.
privileged.
That's enough. You know what to do, boy. Get him.
Whoops, I meant to switch to Garuda before doing that.
I'll be keeping my blade, thank you.
There he is, the hero of the Golden Stables.
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby. No good cowards wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but I don't think they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around. Here.
What's this?
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next
Crafting
stop
materials,
by.
probably.
Right, we've got work to do for to make this place presentable. You best be going before I arm you with a mop.
Okay. Right. Cool, I guess.
Harry is the man of the hour.
Hello. Can I help you,
You're the one who
sir?
saw off the bandits, aren't you? Martha was singing your praises. Takes a brave man to march into danger out of the goodness of his heart. You have my respect.
A Rosarian salute.
Oh, what is it they say? Old habits die hard. I trust you won't be reporting me to the Vicereine. If we'd had a few more like you about, perhaps the Rosfields might still...
A lot of peculiar words that I've never heard before. The Dame. Right.
Rambling on. Thank you again, and, take care of yourself.
Alright.
must be the vineyard. A few wasps shouldn't give me too much trouble.
Yeah, well, we've been to the vineyard before, Clive. Potion is welcome.
Get him, boy! Get him! Sick him, Torgal! There, boy! It's over! Sick him, Torgal! Stay down! There, boy! It's over!
Alright, easy.
Looks like that was the last of them.
Fire would be nice, yeah. And it would be a great place to chuck all my used tissues. I find it satisfying to burn up the crap that, you know...
How did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing?
all that sick crap, burn it up, satisfying.
Those wasps won't be interfering with your harvest anymore.
Oh, thank you. Master Quinton would have had my head if I'd lost the crop. I'd say you've earned a reward. Our Gotand Rouge fetches a handsome price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed and imperial wolves from our door. The vineyards were Master Quinton's idea. He wanted to give bearers a place to work, a place where they'd be safe.
Well, he certainly seems to have done that here. I'm glad I could help.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness.
Ah, great.
And once
Thank
this
you.
vintage is ripe for
Appreciate
drinking,
it.
There'll be a glass or two raised in your honor.
I was thinking, might be a good idea to use my anxiety meds, like on the first night when I'm away from home. Might help me sleep better.
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Oh.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake said is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda.
leader of the Hideaway and Dominant of Ramu, Warden of Thunder. In his quest to create a world where barriers and dominance can die on their own terms, he unearthed a shocking truth, that the Mother Crystals were the cause of all-consuming blight. He makes plans to see the Mothers fall, that if Valisthea and her people may be saved. Yeah, exactly.
And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
Alright. Yeah.
So, we're
It's
meeting
heavy.
in
It's
Northreach.
awkward.
And will I find Sid in jail before?
Alright, let's get nice and close.
Sick of Torgal. You know what's up, boy. It's over.
The quantities of experience I get are still pretty small.
There. Northreach.
The soldiers used to speak of a brothel.
But that was north of the checkpoint. I hope the dame has friends in the south.
Get him! There, boy! Sick of Torgal!
But I also don't seem to need huge numbers for each level.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
Oh my.
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do.
Yeah, he's
Long
likely
ago,
working.
Sid did me kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that.
He'll get back when he can.
Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless...
Can you hide the mark?
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear.
Are you volunteering?
Yes, that will do nicely.
Oh my.
But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
Just because I'm curious, I'm going to zip back to the hideaway and talk to that dude who tells you about quests.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Yeah. What you got for me?
Right.
Goat? Alliant reports.
Anything
That's
catch
it.
your eye?
Nothing available.
Always
Okay.
something.
That's all I wanted to know.
The fruit's not getting any fresher.
What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can hide it.
Okay.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well,
you
that
send
rather
it to
depends
me.
on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Yes, you did.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Get out of my sight, filth.
Lovely. Such nice people. Oh,
That wasn't so bad.
Sam's... he's calling me.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Okay.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
You he can talk to. Alright.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late. And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling.
I really need to figure out how to do. I need to understand the noise gate. Alright, hopefully that will do it. The opening. It's a long delay though, doesn't it? Before it actually opens. Yeah, I'll try. Alright, how about that? That looks a little better. More responsive.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I've begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. Though I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this. Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
I should probably start here.
Quests available. Okay. So, Nightmare says I should be doing these as I get them.
There? I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the dames? Might I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Alright, sure.
Why not?
Marvelous. The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients. There are 3 in total. A grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller.
Angel is talking to our friend about it now.
Fresh from the master's table.
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
Why, of course not. Merely trifles which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't. Strongly advise.
Okay. Alright. More quests. Take them all.
The markets are a veritable mill.
Sergeant's got it in for us two. Where's your commanding officer, Branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Hey, you lost or something? Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
I don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
The Dane laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out. How about it, Branded? Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are, Robin and I need to know the dame's being properly looked after.
Right.
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back. I suggest
How much of
you
the
don't
country can
either.
it be used in?
Take a moment to get ready if you need it.
Like,
Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight.
is Auckland the only place that has its own dumb card and the snap card's used everywhere else, or what?
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then.
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom, a freedom I could sorely use.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now. What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. And today that happens to be the barracks. 3 bearers, overworked and underfed, not permitted a moment's rest.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Tragic.
Did you ask the
Surely,
question
but do
that
not
I
let
asked?
anger make you careless. People will
Where it
view
can be
this
used?
act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes, and for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished...
Oh, okay,
a word
just
in the
Wellington.
ear of
Okay.
one of the Dane's
Why does
girls
every
would be
region have to
appreciated.
have its own
You
bloody
understand,
card?
then?
I'm afraid not. I am expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
So dumb.
Crystal's curse is bad enough. We can't let people starve as well.
I get that, but why can't we just have one unified card? Around the whole country.
you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
Looks like now's not the time.
Okay, well. Leon?
Now, let's get the measure of you, shall we?
If that's what you want.
Cocky bastard. All right, let's be having you. Oh, and when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding. Use all the dirty tricks you want, Brandon.
Oh, you want me to use dirty tricks? Okay! Remember, you asked for it.
So you know one end of a block.
Perfect!
Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? Ah, so it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine. Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we? How'd a bearer win the Dane's favour anyway?
By knowing when to hold my tongue for a start.
Stay down! You got potential. I'll give you that.
These guys are pathetic! Perfect! Seriously, Deuce didn't even hit me.
Can I go now?
Grieger's gash. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
No!
The dame's man or
Didn't
no,
even get a
he's
scratch.
still a branded. Best hope the sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah, not after the bollocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh?
Well, Gil.
Heard the bones fell favourably.
Oh, there's another quest.
I have something for you.
Food prepared by Matthew by 3 overworked and underfed bearers by North Garrison.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames! And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
Alright.
It's not been half a moon since Bellin was killed.
More bearers. basically slaves. It's so sad.
You look like you need a rest.
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I daren't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others.
That's something at least.
Right.
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me!
Not healing well enough?
You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
Here. It looks like you need it.
Okay.
The Chamberlain must have sent you, but alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
Bastard.
A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway, I'd better head to the Vale.
That bastard!
Right.
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Business, though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle. He was one of the only people around here
that's
who
a
seemed
weird way to
bothered by the
think
way
of
the
someone.
Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in
Generous
his
to you.
position.
A fact not wasted on the dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
I better be going.
Okay. Gonna be a very side questy stream.
With the right to confiscate.
You there? You fancy a drop of the Empire? Fresh fish! Give me one of those all from the Sea of Grace this...
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice.
Okay.
That is no burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
All this for a drink.
Not just any drink. The very best, specially distilled for my most discerning customers. The guards find that, They'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right? If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course.
Naturally.
I have no business with Branded.
Well, I have business with you. A package. Fresh from the Master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods and be gone. This is lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you have played me false...
I can always take it back.
You will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
Cigars?
Those cigars are worth more than your life. Do be careful.
One more.
You won't find.
There's nothing here for your kind, Branded. Go on now. Shoot.
I have a delivery from Etienne. Fresh from the Master's table.
Why didn't you say so? Times are hard. But this here'll make 'em less so. For a while at least. Sorry about the welcome. I meant nothing by it. You wait right here. Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes. The question is, how can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
That's the day done then.
Word is that the legions are ready.
Right.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
Right.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
Cool. Quests opened up elsewhere. Let's find out for sure.
Good to see you. Quick look.
Nope.
Seen enough? Take a seat, Clive. I'll fetch you a bowl of brown.
Bowl of brown. Appetizing.
Yours is not a familiar face. Are you new to the hideaway, perchance?
You could say that.
Well then, allow me to welcome you. I am Harpocrates II Hyperboreus.
That's,
Quite a mouthful, I know. Which is why everyone here has taken to calling me simply Tomes, on account of the company I keep. And what varied company. I'm a collector, you see. Not of bijou and baubles, but of stories. The history and culture of these isles have ever been a source endless fascination to me. But alas, my days of wandering the realm in search of new tales are far behind me. And so I've taken to sharing that which I've gathered with all who might listen. Perhaps you would care to listen.
Doesn't.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
Well, it's all covered. Basic geography. It's constantly added as Clive progresses. Story, past act, time, lore, intrigue. Ah,
I have
okay.
a few new notes that might interest you. I have quite the find for you today.
Oh. The term has been historically used to describe those ethereal entities. Dominants. Yes, are capable of casting potent magics corresponding to the elemental alignment of their creators. Though unquestionably formidable, they will fade immediately should the dominant who gave them being happen to be slain.
You wish to study the tomes? The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Are you gonna buy something or not?
That's the day done then.
Alright. You got to say then.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every gil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the Dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
They've really got me running
I
about.
haven't seen you around the Vale of late.
It's not been half a moon since Belen was killed.
Heard the bones fell favourably.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a bluff, Brandy? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the Dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in Moor. Yeah, Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The Dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Fools there nigh on every night.
Right. Dane, Isabel, I remember right? Yeah, Isabel. Right there on the objective.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
That's the day done then.
Oh, more, so many side quests at the moment. They just keep opening up more.
Think I might see you tonight?
Ah, crap. Ah, there we go.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
That's enough for today, Branded.
That's enough damning, you two. Up,
The lot of you. There's still work to be...
You heard me. You, Brandon. Here. You're late. What kept you?
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy. Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him.
Sure.
All right. Where is he?
My. I see they've sent me a Branded with a spine for a change. He's over that way, towards the coast. Go, and see that you kill the beast.
Alright. Another one. Round.
For someone whose son's in mortal danger, he didn't seem all that worried. Something's not right here. I need to be careful.
I'm playing as Clive. Does that mean bring with myself?
Have you seen my Chloe? I let her out of her pen while I did my chores. But she hasn't come back yet. I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She's beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind. And she likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before. Oh, she must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting.
Alright, let's prioritize this one. Do it first.
That's a lot of field to search. With a little luck, someone might have seen her. You work these fields? I need to ask you something.
A Branded. And an outsider at that, judging by the lack of manners. Why should I help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet. Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lisette's plaything.
Yeah.
Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill.
So it's a living thing.
That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it.
The windmill.
Off with you now. I won't have idle Branded underfoot.
Chloe? More brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl? Is that someone napping on the job? I hope they don't mind the interruption.
Petrified? Petrified Branded, it looks like.
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home.
Oh, this
Chloe?
is...
Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favourite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until
This turned out way grosser than I thought it would.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
But Dad said bearers don't have parents.
They do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
Okay. I am glad that the child is actually capable of learning. I was worried it was just a little psychopath in early stages. That's... yeah, I'm pleased she can actually learn to feel. Not this, I don't think.
The wolf! It's going to eat me!
Not if I can help it. Stay back. I'll deal with this. Get him! Yeah! Sick of Torgal! That's enough! Sick of Torgal!
I'm only one level higher, yet I feel over-leveled. They didn't bother to make a proper sheathing animation.
You weren't supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die.
Oh, lovely!
For this, bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
What is this? Your father said you were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk. Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
Having fun?
Why are you still speaking? Father will hear of this.
The wolf's work, no doubt. But it's not the wolf that's to blame. Someone needs to put an end to this, before it happens again.
That's pretty fucking gross. Yeah, that's why he was so unconcerned.
You, Brandon, come here this instant. How dare you frighten my son? You slaughter his poor pet, and then have the gall to return, head held high. That wolf was trained. Better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment, nothing more. And we are most certainly not entertained.
Nor am I. You'll pay for what you've done.
See? I told you, he talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not the Branded I bought, are you? How dare you deceive me? Well, the sins of the slave are the sins of the master. Go, summon the unlucky wretch you answer to.
That unlucky wretch would be the dame. I can summon her if you like. Though I doubt she would welcome the interruption.
You serve the dame. Why would a woman of her caliber...
You look afraid. Well, how do you think those bearers in the field felt? Can you imagine their fear? Their pain? From the look of you, I'd say you're starting to get an idea of the first. Now, if you need help with the second...
Father, he's scaring me.
You think to threaten us, Branded? The dame's pet or no, I will not abide such insolence.
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one, a better one.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another. With jaws powerful enough to nip this Branded's head clean off his shoulders.
I'm wasting my time. But I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. They deserve a proper burial. That much I can do at least. How many bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport?
More victims of the nobles' games. You must be Clive.
How do you know my name?
The Dame. I'm in her service, like yourself. Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Gladly. Let's put them to rest.
May their burden finally be lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Now I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. And if one breaks, well, you can always buy another. Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
Is this your doing?
Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, he's gonna tear your throat out eventually. Same with bearers.
Bloody hell, how long has my microphone been muted?
They don't lack for fangs.
God damn it.
What will folk do when they bite back, I wonder? The realm's less two murderous bastards, and I won't mourn the loss. Here. For their help.
You don't have to.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again. Till then.
good amount of skill points on one.
There, boy! Get him! Stay down!
Had another branded drop in the field yet?
If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
Weren't expecting an enemy branded until the new moon.
You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
If even a grain is missing, the collectors
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is supposed to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarreling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. Oh, what is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique, it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful, I mean, most helpful.
Hey, gamer, how you doing? Right. I really want to go to that big crystal. I don't have access to it yet, though.
It smells of death here, Torgal.
If not a smell no one should ever have to smell.
Let them get any closer to the village.
Get him, boy!
That's enough.
Sick of talking.
Oh, yeah. Early finish today, was it?
You know what to do, boy. Sick of talking. Get him, boy. Sick of talking. Get him.
Oh, okay.
There, boy. Get him, boy. Fall.
Damn it all. Bodies. A man and a...
Who I was after.
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry.
Excuse me. There's that comb.
So it is you. Tatienne.
Most unfortunate.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to see every night. You said her name was Tatienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else.
Hmm.
Then one day he sees her with a new comb.
Not many ways to go that would be worse.
Tells the garrison he's going to find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to more for some dealings and doesn't.
I suppose at least they weren't killed by
If you name
cats.
this comb. It was a gift from
I mean,
the
a
dame.
lot slower, probably.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask us something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us.
You're not wrong about that.
I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened?
I think the worst way to die, still, as far as I can think of, goes to Stargate. Little bit of background. In Stargate, there is a device called a sarcophagus, which revives and heals the person inside. You know, even if they were recently dead. In an episode of Stargate, they find a temple with a sarcophagus.
Not much chance I'd make it through.
It had been sealed shut
As a deserter.
with
Sid had better have a plan.
a particularly evil bad guy locked inside, along with this nasty little creature with a really voracious appetite. So, He was locked in the sarcophagus, which was constantly trying to heal him, while this creature just constantly ate him. For potentially hundreds or even thousands of years, until the sarcophagus itself ran out of power.
If it was a message that needed...
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then? I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne.
The sarcophagus also, like, extends lifespans. Why? What game had a mini quest around some kind of comb?
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
Hey, XP and it leveled up. Alright, how much HP am I getting now? Still 50.
I should go.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the
No one really knows how long the sarcophagus can function like that, but it could have been hundreds of years.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
Pit toggle. Pet the dog. Pit toggle 5 times. What are you selling, sir?
Don't touch anything.
Airblade. Not wearing. Velocity. New song to the Hideaway's orchestrion. But that's 40 grand. Holy shit. So expensive. Yeah. Fortunately, I think it's time to finish up. Thank you everybody very much for joining me. If you've enjoyed the stream and you feel that I've earned it, please do click that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything and you get a notification whenever I go live. If you're on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get notifications when I go live. You want to give me a little extra support? Hop on over to Kick. I'm prioritizing my streams there. And if I can reach 75 followers, I can potentially become affiliated. Anyways, I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll be playing more Tomb Raider. I think we might be finishing Rise tomorrow. Get the end game kind of feel from the last stream. Anyways, until then, fly high my birdies, and stay shiny. Bye-bye.